Hello, I'm back, you guys, and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna check out Naseem Hamid, or is it Hamid? We checked him out one or two times before, like the entertaining one with the flips and the leopard pants and stuff like that. Very charismatic. But this video is called "The Video That Buried Naseem's Career." So we're gonna see. Let's get straight into it.
He became one of the brightest boxers of the 90s and ended his career unable to survive the only defeat. Today we will talk about the legendary fight that buried the career of Prince Naseem Hamid, and we will reveal all the details of the famous fight against Marco Antonio Barrera, one of the best fights of 2001. When featherweight Naseem entered the British ring in 1992, many at first mistook him for a funny and incredibly talented jerk. But very soon they had to change their minds. This Yemeni Arab from Sheffield immediately managed to stand out from the crowd, which was not so easy in a country that was experiencing a boxing boom. By the time of 2001, the famous Prince Naseem Hamid had collected all possible featherweight titles. He held the WBC, IBF, WBO belts, and the Ring magazine title, which was rapidly gaining popularity among the mainstream versions. The situation was overshadowed by the separation of Naseem from his longtime mentor Brendan Ingle. Hamid began to work with the famous Emmanuel Stewart, but a bright tandem coach-student did not work out. Hamid was his own boss. He listened only to Ingle. And when his bank account amounted to $40 million, listening to anyone else became simply unthinkable for the prince.
Oh, the money
Naz
changed.
had reached the stage where it was time for the big
I mean, 40 million should change in a good way, but like, yeah, it can get you in the wrong way too. Not that I ever touched that much. What do I know? I need to be quiet.
Fights. His ideal record was amazing. 35 wins, 31 of them by knockout, with no defeats at all.
Shish!
He defeated everyone in his path, but a big fight with the superstar of world boxing was needed. The steward immediately rejected the option of meeting with Juan Manuel Marquez, believing that the Mexican style was too uncomfortable for Naseem. However, he happily jumped at the option of fighting another Mexican, Marco Antonio Barrera, who for the sake of this fight was ready to leave his WBO super bantamweight title and rise to a new category. The negotiations dragged on for almost a year. During this time, Naz had a spectacular fight against promising Augie Sanchez. The main problem remained the mood and preparation of the prince. Gone are the days when he relentlessly plowed in the hall of Brendan Ingle. Training was no longer the main program of the day for him. Before the fight with Barrera, a serious problem arose: 35 pounds overweight. The meeting with Barrera was scheduled for April 7th, 2001. Naz was to receive a fee of $8.5 million.
Not bad,
Marco
not bad.
Antonio relied on a more modest, but still record-breaking amount for him: $1.8 million. Naseem was a 3-to-1 favorite. Boxing experts in America were even more categorical in their assessments. Of the 30 polled, 28 were in favor of a confident victory for the prince. Naseem's colorful exit was overshadowed by a devastating first round. Barrera obviously watched his opponent's last fight against Augie Sanchez more than once. He stood in his classic balanced stance and punched the same homework: a right straight, or side, into the chest area, a smashing left hook to the head. Barrera proved the effectiveness of this combination throughout the fight. The logic is simple. The first blow to the chest area fettered the strongest left hand of the prince, which allowed him to freely break through the left hook. By delivering this series of blows and treating Naseem with several accurate jabs, the Mexican took the first round.
He going crazy with the lefty. Shout out to all the lefties.
However, shaking Naz is only half the battle. In the second round, Naseem went ahead, but again ran into Barrera's signature combination.
Oh, bah, bah. That's his combo. Laughing.
In one of the episodes, the Prince dropped the Mexican with a wrestling technique, which made the opponent very angry. But the Briton also shot from the left.
Whoa, whoa.
Barrera holds him by the waist.
As Barrera is either pulled down. I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, that can't be allowed.
The third round was a continuation of the second.
Okay.
Is fighting the way he is.
He's more effective as a counterpuncher rather than taking the lead.
One of those left-hand shots has no particular respect for Naseem's power. He's fighting as though he does.
Marco Antonio hit twice with a working combination, and Naseem accurately answered with a front right hand.
Barrera lands a jab. Enormous reflexes, and he's getting
Close. A right hand, then followed by a left. So far,
In the fourth segment, the Mexican again managed to shake the enemy with his left hook and take the round.
This must be a huge confidence for,
very composed.
what was his name? Barrera? The Mexican guy? The commentator is the same as Mexican. I don't know what's that.
However, in the fifth round, the pattern completely changed. The tactical game began at a distance. Stronger nerves were at Barrera.
Barrera.
Has been unsuccessful.
Probably a huge
so far.
boost in
He
confidence
hit
for him.
twice with his signature combination.
Round
Having
5.
received a thrashing from the steward during the break,
Round
Naseem
6.
changed his stance. He got right-handed and acted very successfully, winning the sixth round.
In the southpaw position to stay away from that jab.
Barrera continues to pile up points.
That's why he is Barrera.
Still that he's still in it, thinking about Naseem's knockout statistics, that Barrera, he's probably think that he got this one.
Up the pace with his jab.
And he's been winning rounds, no?
Landing it for
Naseem can't really get to him because his counters are great, the Barrera guy.
and trying to land that left hook.
He answering immediately. He don't let him any breathe room to like build something
Still,
up. See?
the Briton could
Immediately
not
respond.
turn the tide of the battle, spoiled the impression of the local public, which mercilessly shouted at every blow Barrera, creating a false impression of his advantage. It wasn't. But even Naseem could not do anything with the collected and psychologically prepared counterpart. Everything was evenly divided until the 11th round.
Naseem still got the movement.
Moreover, the 10th round of the Prince took his asset.
What happened?
Antonio Barrera.
What happened?
Thrown the left hand,
Round
but he
10.
hasn't thrown anything with
Get
it.
it done here. There's a big left hand. Barrera covering up. The combinations have been thrown back.
In the 11th round, Barrera activated. He slightly increased the speed and
My lucky
confidently took
number?
the round.
I don't think he's ever been hurt in a fight, but when he gets hit, his head
It's
is
the Barrera that you were concerned about.
Thank you.
Naseem just quoted to you. It is Marco Antonio.
Great
Turn it
movement.
against him.
Nath will not come
When you're leaning with the hits, it's even if it touches, it doesn't touch you as hard as it could.
Developed since he was a boy.
That's not easy.
Being exposed, George. There is, but not when he's running
Wrestles
like
the
that.
Prince into the ropes. They're 3 minutes away from the conclusion.
And the 12th became a real benefit of the Mexican.
103, 7 rounds to 4. Marco is with us. Stay away from him taking that advice. He's going for it.
He made the opponent miss. Barrera punched accurately, but completely spoiled the impression with a police wrestling technique, grabbing Naseem's hand and hitting his opponent on the ring post. Joe Cortez,
Hello, hello.
quite rightly, deducted 1 point from him. But even this did not save Naseem. He lost the fight, lost tactically. He himself understood this. All three judges ruled in favor of Barrera, 116 to 111, 115 to 112 twice. There was no defeat, about which the haters of Naseem are so fond of trumpeting. Here was not even close. The possibility
I don't
of
like the dirty tricks and stuff like that, but Barrera overall, he seemed more ready for it. Like, Naseem, he looked not as accurate, a little bit more sloppy, and this looked like it meant more to Barrera, like coming into it.
rematch was spelled out in the contract. The desire was expressed by Naseem himself, explaining the unsuccessful performance by an injury to both hands. But the boxing world was never destined to see the second fight of two great boxers. Naseem had only one more fight against a rather average Spaniard, Manuel Calvo. He ended his career at the age of 28. He didn't break. Naseem started too early, and his early retirement had nothing to do with the loss to Barrera. This was noted by the British champion himself. The time has come. He couldn't train as hard as he did in his younger days and made the right decision. Marco Antonio performed for a very long time. Ahead were victories over Eric Morales and Johnny Tapia and a crushing defeat from Manny Pacquiao. In 2001, Barrera did his job. That night in Las Vegas, he was slightly better than Prince and deserved to win.
Did he retire at 28? It can't be. Like, they were talking about something else. I just need to look this up because, like, that can't be normal. Yeah, 28 years old. That's strange. How do you do after that? Because a lot of fighters, they keep going even till they're 40 because they need the money. Like, some cannot retire comfortably even at that age. 28? And it didn't even seem like at the great time of his, like, just look at, I'm not gonna say mature, but when they said that he stopped working out, training like that, and it looked like he was flashing things and stuff, I don't know. Wonder why he retired at that. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, something is, I don't know. If someone is more knowledgeable in this, let me know what you know. Comment down below, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.